All right, start. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back. Um. um. Yeah. I apparently got like 3 of my videos banned, for violating community guidelines. I don't know what I violated. um. Yeah. So hopefully I get that appealed. Like, I mean, I already sent the appeal, but like, hopefully that appeal works out and I get those videos back. I mean, I don't lose that much, to be honest. Like, it was basically my first 2 videos that like have horrible audio, like the ones that like I had before I used like a proper microphone. Um, and then, what's it called? Oh, and then like the video that I did like right before this one. So, oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Um, see, I've been trying to think of like why, like what I could have done to like trigger the algorithm, because like I don't think that it was like a deliberate thing. Like I think that's probably gonna get resolved. But I think one of the things on my last video that may have affected things was basically I used a red sketch layer on this person, and then like basically I was coloring the mouth. Maybe that like gave off the impression of gore. I hope it wasn't. I hope that's not. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just going to, just in case, use blue this time. And I actually found a very interesting new method of trying to draw something. So I'm using this person. I need to actually pull up that. Well, by pull up, I do mean edge. There it is. Okay. I gotta use a. I have it in a very specific folder because I was going out somewhere yesterday, so I should put this here. Oh wait, no, hold on. You know what? I'll keep this folder in general close just in case I need it again. Or what's it called? It's like a purse-ish thing, like a purse type. All right, let me just pull up the character page for this person. Wait. Oh no. Okay. No, not that. That's the wrong person. There it is. Okay, that's this person. Okay, so. Yeah. Here it is. Da, da, da. Okay, I have an eye shape and a general head shape, and that's about it. I need to make these things more detailed. Take this off. Yeah, so this new method that I kind of found, right? Basically, it's the concept of, let's use this, right? Using extremely thin lines, so like this, right? But then just going through them a couple times, right? Just like if you want to like, so basically you use thin lines for everything, right? Sorry, hold on. Do, right? Like that, and if you want to make like thicker lines, you just kind of like go through it a couple times, right? And that really gives it a hand-drawn look. Obviously, this isn't like, you know, the greatest of masterpieces that I've ever made, but that's like the thing. So I want to see if I can do that today. So, yeah. And yeah, so, but in order to do this properly, right, you have to be very, very confident on where your lines are going. So I definitely need to have this sketch there. That's like without question. Yeah, because overall I'm not confident enough to actually pull something like this off. So yeah, I could have just deleted the layer actually, now that I think about it. Okay, I want to just slightly rotate it like that. Yep, perfect. Okay, now then. Okay, so. Alright. Once again, this is just another standard face like this one. I'm gonna make it lower and like all the nuances of it, but yeah. This person is supposed to have more of a confused expression rather than anything. Gonna increase the brush size. No. There we are. No. Give or take. Okay, yeah, that works. So yeah, face like this, more or less, give or take. I'm gonna put this into a folder. Dublin. Okay, now then, need to approximate the eyes, so they should be somewhere about here. Right. And I actually do have a very concrete eye shape for this person. It should be like something like this. Here. Do. Oh, and by the way, I should mention, right? When I say bullion, that is Russian, and I'm not in fact saying the word that you think I'm saying. It's a very common substitute for that word. So, yeah, please. If there's like a moderator or something, like a content moderator watching this, please. I didn't even label this stuff as child friendly. Like, it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any scrutiny over it, but whatever. I don't mind. I'll live. Yeah. Here. Nope, that's too much. So yeah. Yeah, I also apparently found out that there's apparently another guy named Comrade Penguin, and I genuinely didn't know that. I apologize. So I renamed the channel to Comrade Penguin Art to at least somewhat distinguish. I genuinely didn't know that there was another channel. I didn't. What's it called? Yeah. So yeah, I might actually change the name of the channel even more at some point, if that ever becomes a problem. And I don't know if it has yet. I haven't received any kind of... Actually, I would never actually check this account's email, now that I think about it. Like, this isn't like a personal account. I don't ever use this outside of YouTube. What does my Gmail look like? I'm getting distracted, but I know that it's not that big of a deal. Okay, nothing. Yeah, so, yeah, I haven't received any kind of... How would that person even contact me? Yeah, never mind. Okay. Yeah. I don't think my email actually shows up on YouTube. But yeah, I do apologize. Like, if need be, I can change the name. I don't really mind all that much. But I already have like a signature under it, so that'll be a problem. So the problem with that is that this actually is the signature, because like this is Russian cursive for the so I apologize for that. Anyways, okay, back to what I was doing. That's a problem for later. Okay, now this isn't working, so I shouldn't move that. So yeah, the issue with this, I mean, how should I do this? So I could go about this in a couple ways, right? So this is the general form of the eye that I want for this character, and in retrospect, this is the first time that I'm actually using this on this entire story, right? Because for context, I am trying to draw this character, right? So I did not actually use that eye shape because it would be like more like, what is going on? I did not use that eye shape on this, and I should have. But this was before I made the character page. I made the character page somewhere around here. Yeah, so like somewhere around like here, like after this was made, so like here-ish. So I didn't even use it here, but now I gotta start actually using it. The issue with this eye, though, is okay, so here, right, the issue with it is that I fear that it's too big. Like, is it too big? So if I was to like say, no, do, something along those lines. I don't know if I want this to be as sharp as it is currently, because like I can go a little bit smoother with it. Here. And does this, okay, so yeah, this bit does stick out, but it doesn't actually have to stick out that much. It can stick out a little bit less. So yeah, I don't want this to be like an overly massive eye. I mean, like, as far as anime is concerned, at least. Yeah, and then here. I'll figure out the expression later, so I'm just gonna have a neutral eyebrow for now. I just need to make sure that I have the eyes figured out first, so here's that eye, and then if I was to go here, here, something along the lines. This is too small, so yeah, okay, that's not gonna work. That's like that. That's like that. This is too short by a long shot. I'm like, look where this goes down to, look where that goes down to. So this needs to go way further down. Here, is this too narrow? I think it might be. What I'm gonna do about that is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just do. I'm just gonna move this bit, and then I'm just going to, okay, be gone, and now do, and I'm gonna try and elongate this bit because I don't feel like properly doing my job. So yeah, hopefully that figures things out a little bit. Back here. Yeah. I also do realize that YouTube might think that I'm a bot channel. I don't think of it because like I do post like hour-long videos every day, but like the thing is, this is really easy for me to post. You understand? I don't put actual effort into any of this. Like outside of what I normally would put into like ordinary drawing. Like I would be doing this anyway. Is the thing. So like there isn't really anything for me to like edit because I am just posting raw footage essentially, except for that one time when I had to go eat. Actually, oh, that video got deleted, so I don't know if that'll actually ever come back, but I had to go eat one time, and yeah, I edited that video. That was like the one video that I actually edited of all of them. I just had to like basically cut out 30 minutes of silence. I'm not even sure if I would have cut that out, because like it also took me like 3 hours to export off the editor into YouTube. Oh yeah. Oh no, it is still up. Never mind. Yeah, it's the second one. Yeah. So yeah. And once again, yeah, I would have probably like at some point, like again, once the what's it called? Once the editor was like on hour like 1.5 ish of its export, I was genuinely considering just like uploading it with my just like with that 30-minute pause, and then just like explain in the like in the description like, oh sorry, I was eating. But the issue with that was that right before I muted, my parents shouted my name, and I don't think that would have been a good idea, because I am still a college student. It's probably not the greatest of ideas to just dox myself like that. Like, I don't know if I want to be like, if I become successful enough, then I might associate my identity with my art, but I'd rather not just yet, because I am not nearly good enough. So, yeah. That good? It's a little bit far. Oh. Okay, something's wrong. One of the things that's wrong that I can definitely see right now is that one, this bit is too short, right? So it should reach all the way up to like here almost, right? And the second bit is that this is too far up. It should be all the way down here, and so it should basically go from here, right? From here all the way down here. All the way down there. And then it should reach all the way down here, where it, figures things out there. So I'll need to do that. Okay, now I feel like this is too tall. Oh, wait, no, because this is the outer bit. So if I make this like that, right? Oh, the second ISO is the hardest, because, like, you already drew the first one with, like, a certain shape, and now you have to imitate it again. Because, like, you have to be, at the very least, even if you're not really consistent with the character, right? You have to be at least consistent over the same drawing, or else it just looks weird. So like, you can have minor differences between panels of like how the eyes look, like they can be slightly differently shaped, but on the same character, that's not really a recommended choice to make, because then it looks really mismatched and funky, which does not give the impression of artist confidence and artist like knowledge on what they're doing. So yeah, so what I could, in theory, I mean, that's fine now. I think this angle is a little bit too sharp though, so I might want to dull it down a little bit like that. Round it off, is that what it's called? Here, yeah. This feels like it's too short. I feel like I might want to. So yeah, if I make this tail. So yeah, well, the problem with this tail is that it like rounds off too much. So like, if it only goes down to like that, right, and it doesn't go any further and doesn't apply here, it could imply like here. Is that better? It's actually a little bit too much. overcompensating, so here, like that, sort of works. Yeah. All right. Okay, so now I need to add in the pupil. Does that look alright? Maybe. Alright, so, yeah. And I need to make that lower. Dun, dun, dun. That fine. No, it's not, because this is actually going to. No, it's not. Hold on. No, it's not. Oh, why does that feel like it's going out too much? Maybe it's because I don't have an eyebrow here? Does that, like, make stuff a little bit better? Make it lower. I guess it might. Sure. Okay. Okay, now I am actually noticing problems. So, one of the issues that I am noticing is that this is definitely narrower than this. So, if I was to just, like, layer them on top of each other, right, you can definitely see how much narrower that is. So, there's that bit. And then there's also the bit that this eye is also way too close to the side. So I will just take this pupil out. Here. I'm going to mute just in case for a little bit. All right. So what would happen is that if I so I think my dad may have just said my mom's name, and I'd rather not. Like if he gets picked up by the mic, like I'll try and see if it's fine. If it's not fine, then I'll have to edit that entire bit out. So you will lose prime footage of me being bored and coloring in an eye socket. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, what was I doing? Okay, yeah. So couple issues, right? So here's this. Here's this. You can definitely tell this is a lot less. You know what I can do, right? If I take this off, and what I do is I just be boring, and I maybe just like duplicate the layer, edit, transform, flip horizontal, and then just manually put it down here. Oh, no. Yeah, see, my center lines are just never centered, which is a problem. But I think actually the bigger problem is the fact that I don't actually measure any of this out, which I probably should be doing. Because like if I put it more here, right, I'm gonna need to make all these eyes bigger, purely to accommodate the new scale, and I'm gonna have to put them back like that. Because yeah, eyes need to be one eye apart, give or take, and I will. Once again, this person is, yes, apply. So yeah, this person is looking like they're facing in opposite directions, which is possible for a person, but that's not really what this character is doing in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pupils out of each of the eyes, and then I will put them in later in a better way. Here they are. So yeah. Like I probably could have gotten this second eye to be better, but I would just rather not spend that much time on this. This stuff takes up enough. Okay, so what I do, right, is okay, now I put in these eyes, so I see not eyeballs, pupils, that's what they're called. Okay, so this person needs to have like a little bit of a mix of surprise and confusion, right? So a couple of ways for me to get that done, right? First of all, here and here, right? So first of all, I can do like this, right, for the surprise, and then here, like that, right? That's like an approximate. Is that a good expression for this? That's one of the expressions, right? The other one I could do is just pure confused, right? And then so like this, and then here, or something, right? Those are my options. Another thing I could do is I can also search up really quickly like a confused face reference or something. Like I know more or less what confusion looks like. Basically confusion, right? If you're curious, right? Confusion when it comes to eyebrows is kind of like this, right? Because basically lowering this eyebrow down makes it kind of like this, like eyebrows raised. This can also be concern. Or not concern, sorry. Concern is more like this. Hold up. getting distracted. This is actually why the reason as to why I record this stuff is because usually when I get distracted, I just like, play a video game. Now I get distracted in the other direction. All right, never mind. Okay. So yeah, these eyes spell confusion, right? But I feel like there might be other ways. Cause yeah, okay. So let me just look at the thing. It should be also like kind of an awkward confusion is what it should be, actually, not surprise. So awkwardness, how do we read awkwardness? I'm gonna search it up. Yeah, I feel like one of these days I might just like figure out how to screencast a Google search, but I just genuinely don't know how to do that because I'm using OBS screen recorder and like I just put StereoClip on there and then use that. What's it called? Where is it? 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 Oh yeah, awkward expression. Okay, so. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so here are a couple of options, right? So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing like options that are like here, and I kind of like square up the eyes a little bit, right? And then make the pupils small, and then they kind of make this thick as you would with an eye usually, right? And then they kind of like here, 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 and then like that, or something, right? But that doesn't really read confused to me. That means like, that reads more like shock or like, yeah, kind of shock, I guess, is more. So I don't really like that. I don't think that's gonna work out as much. Oh boy. Ow. Okay. Yeah, so the issue with I'm seeing all these faces, right, is that they're giving more like shock. So like for example, something like this. Oh, that looks weird. I mean like something like this, right, or like this, right. That reads as surprise. I feel like way more surprise because basically what smaller pupils mean is that it means that like your eye, right, here to do here to right. So your eye really only has a very fixed setting for pupils, right? Like they don't actually shrink or get bigger, right? So like if I was to draw like a more realistic looking eye, and then right. So yeah, your eye doesn't actually have any kind of like shrinking of people. Like if you were surprised, right, your eye wouldn't. I need this more. Like your eye. Like this is not how you would look. That looks weird, right? That looks cartoony. Is what it is, right? Like you would never see a person with like a pupil like this. All your pupil is always like this, right? That could be like your Actually, this is the iris. This is a pupil. Sorry. Your eye circle thingy, whatever it's called. Right, it always looks like this, and that doesn't really change with your emotion, happy, sad, whatever. Right. What the only thing that can change is how much you open it, and that happens only with surprise. Really, I mean, like it can happen with other things. Like, and surprise can be mixed with other things, but like, it's mostly surprise that you open your eyes with, and so when you open your eyes, obviously this looks smaller in comparison to the rest of your eye. But when you're drawing a more cartoony style, you don't really want to draw different eye shapes that much, so you're just gonna make the pupil smaller and imitate the effect, whilst not actually doing that. But yeah. But yeah, so I am kind of confused if I should do this or not. Like here. I feel like another thing that's adding to this problem is I'm not sure if the eyebrows are making this better or worse. Because I feel like the eyebrows... I'm actually going to merge these layers. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. No, please. Please tell me I can't do that. Okay, good. Okay. Sorry. I merged all of the layers together. Which just is not a good idea. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. But yeah, so... I mean, if I can play around the eyebrows a little bit more, like here, here... That reads worried. Because worried is like surprise and like concern, if you will. So... yeah, that doesn't... So, here, here... Oh, it actually does work. So... Like, it's like kind of like okay, I guess. Like, okay... Yes. Yeah, I think that works. I can see that expression being on someone. Alright, I like that. So yeah. Now what I have to do is actually make that expression look convincing. So what I do is I first draw in this guideline. And then this guideline. Here. Like that. Basically what I want to make sure that I kind of see is the forehead raise, right? Obviously, like, I mean, I don't want to draw in the wrinkles for the forehead because that feels like it's going to be annoying. But I can draw like a second like layer here just to show that effect. Yeah, because you can raise your eye, you can like make your eyes bigger, right, in two separate ways, basically. So if we were to like consider here, here, and then like normal eye, right? Here's your here, and then like your eyelid, just like that, and then like that, if you will, right? So a couple of things, the things you can do, right, is you can raise up this bit here because there's a muscle here that you can raise, sort of. Actually, is there a muscle there, or was it something else? I forget. Let me just check really quickly. Come on. I am using... Oh, wait. I am using Wi-Fi right now. I have like 50 tabs open on my computer. I need to get rid of that bad habit. My goodness. Yeah. So... No. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of more... This muscle actually goes kind of like that more. And it kind of like wraps around over there. And it's purely your eyelids, right? So, but yeah, you can like kind of move up your eyebrow. I mean, like... Yeah, you can kind of basically kind of like move up your eyelids a little bit, right? To create like a little bit more open eyes. Or another thing you can do is you can just like raise up your entire forehead, which raises your eyebrows as well. So maybe this will work. But yeah, because if you were, so Yeah, and I guess surprise is more read as when you use your forehead to raise up your eyes, or your eyelashes, I guess. The top of your eye, whatever this bit is called. That's what it more reads as. Yeah, and his forehead is raised from here. From the center, right, but it's more heavily focused on this side. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna continue doing the eyebrows. I got sidetracked. Okay, I need to remember how this person's eyebrows look like now. Single. Okay, so yeah, so this person's eyebrows aren't like they're just do. So that is how I drew this person. That is how I'm gonna draw them again. Nice. All right, and now do. You got an email. Yeah, that doesn't concern me. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so now I need to raise up this. Should I like make this bit here? Maybe even that there. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. And I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna remove this. Yes, perfect. Alright, and now I'm also going to add in a nose. Don't be fancy with the nose. I don't see much of a reason. Okay. Now then. This looks like a squiggle, my goodness. Oh boy. It's like 5. I should not be yawning. Ugh. Okay, so. What's next? Okay, so next is ears, hair, and shoulders. So here, ear, ear, no, no. You know what I realized? I'm way better at working at this scale than I am at that scale. Yet I'm still bad at working at this scale as well. So I'm gonna actually erase this in its entirety. See, like my paper drawings look so much better. Probably because I don't finish them. So there's that aspect to it. That's fine. Okay. Again, none of this has to be perfect. This is just a panel on a comic that is like 15, maybe more. I might add more pages. Long. To be fair, this is already taking a while. I might not. Probably gonna be best if I don't. Okay, let me find the So yeah, if I go here and then I add in this bit as a guide, and then I just do that. No! I had the eraser tool on. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Alright. I can do it again. It's fine. I probably did it better the first time. 100%. This is just because of the eraser. I've never actually do it this bad. Normally. So yeah, if anyone's a fault, it's all Studio Clip. I have 0. Oh, it's so shaky. All right. Anyways, not the problem. Problem here is that right now, what I need to do is I need to figure out hair and shoulders. Okay. All right. So hair-wise, this person has very short hair, and so doo-doo, just for ease of finding it, do. That's fine. Whatever. It slanted it too much, so that's fine. That's passable. Okay. So yeah, now I use this hairline to approximate some bangs. Do. Once again, all of these lines need to be more stable. Right. And then all the stable, shaky, sketch-looking lines are ironically going to be on the final thing. But they have to be very confidently placed. I can't have any kind of, like, second thoughts about any of it, right? Like, that's the trick to it. You ever see, like, sketch line looking things? They're not actually sketching, they've already drawn the thing before, and then they're just drawing over it with those sketch lines. No one is that confident in their sketches. At least I hope, my goodness. Okay, how did I do this on my... Oh my goodness. Did I have more forehead? I had a lot more forehead, actually, now that I think of it. Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay, so now I just need to here. Here, like that, and then no, wait, hold on, that's completely wrong. Sorry. Here, like that, and now this here, like that. Do 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 do. Good. Hmm. 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 Okay. Yep. That works out. Something tells me that's not a good idea, but I'm going to ignore that, and I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm really bad at drawing like short-haired characters, I would be honest. Like, the long hair is so much easier purely because there's a whole lot more hair to work with, right? So you can absolutely. I think it's just more I'm just more used to drawing longer hair. Is actually what it is. Because like if you notice, right, within most anime, right, characters have very long hair in comparison to real life. So like I mean, women obviously tend to have longer hair than men, but like when it comes to like male haircuts specifically, because like this is supposed to be a male character-ish, give or take. No, sorry, this is supposed to be a male character. So, what's it called? Yeah, but if you don't look at like male haircuts in anime, they're often way longer than you see most men in real life. Right? Like I mean, like there are men with longer hair, obviously. Right? I actually used to have longer. I only recently got a haircut, actually. But yeah, so like it's definitely not uncommon to see a man with longer hair, but like you do still. I feel like it's a lot more prevalent in anime though for some reason. I don't know why. I think like just in art in general. It's like I don't really see that many. Wait, I remember seeing like this art tutorial where they were talking about like drawing long versus short hair or something, and like the short hair on there was like longer than this. I already consider this to be more like almost close to long. Um, um, because yeah, like most men have like very little hair. Or yes, the people that I know, at the very least. So, here. And I'm gonna draw the bottom of the hair with the neck and shoulders because that is going to be a whole lot easier than trying to figure out drawing it from nothing. And you remember to make all these necks a lot straighter because necks aren't necessarily curved in like that as much. Like I mean, they can be. There are some people with necks that are more and less curved in, but overall, not necessarily like super. Like you would never see someone with like a neck like this or something. Because I'd imagine getting stuff like oxygen and blood through that is gonna be a little bit difficult. I think this neck is off center. Like 90% sure that it is. Okay. Da-da. So yeah, the issue with this, right, is actually not the fact that it's misaligned, it's the fact that it's slanted this way. Right. And it shouldn't be. It should be slanted. It should be not slanted at all, it should be straight. So allow me to fix that. Yeah, see, most of the curve here is here, most of the curve here is down here, which is not good. Does that work out? It's still not exactly lined in the way that I want it to be. Ooh, okay. No. I was about to say that line looked really straight. No. Upon closer inspection, it's not actually as good as I thought it was. Okay, so there's barely actually any bends here. So I think that's the trick. And what I need to do now, right, is I need to just move this side of the neck because now it's slanted. Okay, Ok. Beacon. Alright. I can live with that. Okay, now then shoulder time. Here. 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 So actually, I should probably size and scale this up in the way that I want it to be. Yeah, give or take. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna move. Wait, no, that was the point. I need to scale it. So I need to. What is out here? Ooh, fuck. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, alright, nice. Okay. Alright, how long have I been recording for? An hour and 2 minutes, really? It took like 30 minutes to get the face on last time. Oh, that sucks. I think it's because I got sidetracked a lot. Okay. Well, that's my fault. Okay, here, and I'm just gonna do that for the shoulders because I don't want it to be too fancy. All this. Do. Alright, okay, that's fine. And now I need to draw on the shirt. Oh, and also I need to do, I need to take out the hairline. There we are. Good. Alright. Oh, and I need to also erase that. Or actually, I can just take the layer out. There we are. Nice. That looks better. And once again, I need to add the bottom parts of the hair, and that does not stick out nearly that much. Oh yeah, I was doing the shirt. That's what I was doing. Yep. Okay, so. New. Okay, how does this guy's shirt look? I'm gonna have to look through the stuff that I made, like so. I don't want to look through that. Oh, that looks so horrible. Yeah. Do you see these proportion insanities? It sucks. I spent like 3 hours on that hand because it just would not cooperate, and I was being really annoyed, and so I gave up, and this is the result, and I don't even want to change it anymore because like at this point I'm super done with it. Yeah, and this is all one thing. I had to figure out this entire thing. You understand, this looked fine every step of the way until I traced it over and like I made the actual thing, and now all of this sucks, and I don't even want to change anymore. I'm just done with it. And yeah, so what did I change? Oh, I closed the thing. Okay. There it is. Here's maybe a better. Ooh, ow. Ew, this looks horrible. Ew, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, you can tell that this entire project has taken me a very long time. Like, there has been very massive gaps in how long I have how long ago I did all those. Because, like, you can definitely see, like, a massive gap in experience. And no, I give up. I don't want to do it like that. Just, yeah. Nice. Okay, that's passable. So I intentionally add a little bit of stability into this line. By the way, I am yelling so much. I have my window open, which is not a good idea. I really should close it. I'm 100% sure my neighbors can hear me. Actually, I am going to close it. At least enough so that I can't be like, I don't feel like I'm having a public conversation with the entire neighborhood. Reach that. Alright, well, hopefully that's enough. If I close it all the way, I suffocate to death, is what happens, because, what's it called? Yeah, it gets really hot in here for some reason. I don't know why. That's not normal. Okay, well, the shirt is actually, you know what? I'll just turn this layer off. So, here, that should be a whole lot more. Okay. Alright, that's fine. And now I go here and here. And I take this bit out. Okay. Now then, back to the hair. Right. There it is. Alright, bottom, right, no. That's a bad idea. So yeah, the bottom of the hair, the way it looks is I kind of just have a couple of strands just coming out of here. And then what I do is I take this out, right, and I at most do something like this. Nice. Okay, so that's the base of it done, I think. Now it's time for the real part. Alright, and now, okay, what I was talking about earlier, right, was basically taking this and basically doing this in very long and very intentional thin strokes. Alright. Here. Maybe not quite that thin, actually. I'm gonna go with point. This much. Yeah, that feels better. Yeah, and then the other thing about this thing is that I keep all the lines relatively thin. So I don't just kind of go off and make like exceedingly thick lines. By the way, I actually don't. That looks too messy. I don't actually like how far that goes. But I have to. Okay, I see. Yes, yeah, I'm starting to think that like maybe longer lines are a little bit of a problem. Right, maybe if I go in shorter ones. Right. So yeah, as you can see, I'm still trying to keep the like kind of dynamic flow of everything, right? What I'm just kind of trying to create is kind of a little bit of a texture to it all as well. Here. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, what if I size this up just a little bit? Okay, another thing that I want to do is I want to just try this drawing at a larger scale in general. So I kind of start from here. Here. And end down here. Right, and then I. Mm-hmm. I'm really liking these thinner lines. Okay, I'm actually liking how that looks, like a lot. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep that. It's a little bit too exaggerated, but it's fine. See, I think that's fine. And I go here, and I go two, two, Do, do. Yep. Okay. I do like how that looks a lot, actually. I put in like kind of like this like scratchy look in there, right? Mm-hmm. If I just in general made it thicker, so like I just went here. Mm-hmm. I don't know if what I'm doing is a good idea. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe this will fail miserably. Yeah, I bet it looks weirdly realistic for the rest of the face. He's gone in the zone there for a second. Okay, maybe just like. Okay. Oh my god, I don't want to delete it. I mean, like, it looks nice. It's just. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now. In fact, I'm actually gonna like see how it looks like this. Like if I was to like that, right? I mean, I feel like if you're just like reading past all this, it's not gonna be too distracting. I like it. I just don't know if it's a good idea. Man. Actually, how does it look without the sketch now? Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Yeah, see, as you can see, like, these, like, small spark lines actually do create kind of a nice little effect here, right? It does create, like, a hand-drawn feeling to it all, right? I feel like if I didn't outline this beforehand and I was just more, like, drawing within my own sketch lines, I would be... These eyes would look a lot better. Maybe even these, what's their name? Eyebrows, right? I do like how all of this looks, though, because, like, thin lines were always, like, a massive problem. So, like, here, right, they just look very boring in comparison. So, definitely I love that as an upgrade. Yeah, alright, so let's just continue. Oh, I'm on the mechanical pencil tool. That's why I felt so weird. Okay. Nope. Okay, alright. Hour 36, my goodness. The thing is, I'm Like, just, I don't know. This is a very new technique to me, but I do like this technique. It's just like it's very. I don't know, it's very tedious, I guess. Like I have to spend a lot of time on things that I didn't usually spend a lot of time on with it. I'm sure it'll get better if I like, master this technique a little bit more. So like if I was to like try to make like longer lines. Here, right, and then so sub like that. Oh, that mouth. Okay, well, it's fine. Hold on. Okay, so all right, okay. Okay, so now I need to do just haven't. Okay, now I need to do hair and shirt. So let me just get started with that. Okay, that's not even close. What if I try to basically like let my shading do the work there rather than my pen? So I let this happen here like that. Sort of. Okay, and then I'll Perhaps. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, no, that's unnaturally thick for all of this. I need to make this a little bit more. I need to make all of this a little bit thicker. Okay, all right. Howie, that hurts. Okay, so. Okay. All right, hour 51. I am genuinely getting tired. I usually record a lot earlier than this, but it's not even that late. Like, it is, once again. Allow me to consult something really quickly. Not that. Oh, actually, it's here. Okay, so if I go like that, right? Oh, okay. Oh. My bad. There we are. There we are. Okay. Maybe something like these lines. Back. Oh, okay. Mm, yeah, I mean, this looks good in a lot of ways, I think. So, yeah, currently the question I have is, should I detail like if I should I detail the eyes? Yeah, I think I should. Okay, so here, like that. Mm. I mean, I guess it's fine. Okay. What should I do next? Da, da, da. Mm. Mm. All right. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna move on to shading now. So. %50 opacity. There we are. And 50% opacity. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, now the thing that I do is I go through here. Here, I'm going to fill in this bit here. So also gonna just like do that. I can't remember, that makes it okay as a beard. So maybe something like this. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Something even lighter than that. I'm gonna go with like 25. It pops up more, yeah. Alright, now then time to go back to the 50. And then go ahead and shade these areas. It looks very cartoony. I don't know if I like that actually. But yeah, well, it's something. I definitely like this hand-drawn look a lot more. I don't know if I like the shading. I think I need to work on that a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, I think it's fine. Oh, wait, the ears. Hold on. Wait. Almost forgot. My bad. Because yeah, I keep forgetting to shade the ears, and I really should do that more often. Because, like, ears aren't exactly particularly bright. Like, they're supposed to be a lot darker. Like... I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I'll just stick with it. Yeah, I'll just stick with this. It's fine. Alright, yep, that's enough. And I am tired now, so I'm just gonna stop. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.